So, Hazbin Hotel, that's a popular show. Why not start with that? The show itself is decent. It has some really fun animation and designs. Lots of singing feels pretty forced too, but I did like the song done with Angel and Husk. Anyways, Charlie. Charlie, our main demon princess herself, is probably the best, worst character of the show. And I only say that because she reminds me a little bit too much about myself. Minus maybe the singing. She is a demon born in hell and raised away from all the dangers hell provides. Though as she was growing up, she was able to see all the problems happening in her kingdom, as well as the yearly massacre that is caused by the angels, to quell the overpopulation of her kingdom. This causes her to want to create a better life for her people, allowing them to redeem themselves. Hence the whole plot of the story. Charlie is a hopeful but also very naive person. The way she wants people to come together actually makes them feel more isolated than anything. This mindset can work, but people can take advantage of your kindness for their own selfish gain, especially where she is. She probably would have not survived out in the streets of hell, but she still wants something good for her people because she believes they deserve better. She believes that everyone should be given a chance, but the main problem is she doesn't really understand what makes people become better, what makes them form bonds with others. It's not a catch-all subject of just being nicer. Everyone has their biases and the reasons why they do things. Reasons Charlie may never understand. But I think it's her unwavering kindness that infects people. Commonly, if you get hurt, the most common reaction is to be retaliatory. You have to defend yourself. An eye for an eye is probably the most basic rule you will see in life. Vengeance still does come naturally to her. You can see it happen whenever she freaks out when she cares about someone. And though she does get caught in the heat of the moment sometimes, she would rather prefer to try and solve things non-violently. She is there as a reminder to try to make people be slightly more forgiving. Because if you do follow eye for an eye without a chance for forgiveness, everyone would become blind. And some sooner than others. Charlie's naivete really is kind of hard to watch sometimes. But that's just how she is. I hope she is able to see and understand what people need may not be what she has to offer. But that's why she's not alone. And though Charlie's premise as a character is one that can be embodied by a meme to real life, it really shows a lot. But even if things may seem pointless in reality, you never know what will happen unless you give it a try. The only reason change doesn't happen is because people give up. And I doubt I would see Charlie give up, especially with the support of her friends. These other cast members are really what tells the stories of experience. Experience that Charlie lacks. Because even though Charlie has the biggest heart to try and see the good in every demon, I don't think any of the demons will ever relate to Charlie. She is just too pure. She doesn't have that experience of life to really say what a person needs. And I say this about Charlie, but it's really true for every single character we see. What works for one person may not work for others, which is why you need to take a sampling of everything. And the fact that Charlie has access to so many members in her hotel, she really does have a good sample of people willing to help her, even if some may be doing it for more selfish gains. Baggy is definitely more molded by the hostile environment of hell. She is quick to become violent and defensive, but that is kind of what happens when you live in an environment of people that only ever push for self-interests. Everyone else will always take from you if you don't fight back. And if she wasn't around, Charlie probably would have gotten chipped away by the hardships of living in the boondocks of hell.
I took charge today and it all went sideways. I'm supposed to make your dreams a reality. I'm supposed to protect you. I'm supposed to never fail you.
I blame you. Finish you.
Angel himself had to create a personality. That was the only way he could survive. When you are in an area that punishes you for how you are, you tend to do anything just to be able to survive. And that ends up being many questionable things. And you end up doing it for so long that it ends up defining you.
It's not an act. It's who I need to be. And this is my escape. Where I can forget about it all. How much I hate everything.
Husk being the powerhouse becoming a civilian thanks to making a deal with Alistair. Being now a bartender, brutally honest, he can see how people truly are.
That's bullshit. You get drunk and bitch about him all the time. Everyone likes to bitch to the bartender. I know everything about you and these motherfuckers at this point.
Nifty so far has been mostly crazy.
Yeah. You don't even want to know what her deal is.
Everyone kind of avoids her, and she says things off the cuff.
Sometimes I kill mother bugs in front of their children as a warning to others.
But I'm pretty sure they may do something similar where maybe she just wants attention. I don't know. These are just thoughts. Vizzy still needs to develop her more, but Nifty is probably the most fun character out of the cast. And Alistair, well, he seems to be an observer, watching and seeing how things work. He is a media demon after all. A lot of his work deals with the views of what the masses have to say. He's definitely going to be the most interesting character. The character that has seen it all and is just watching everyone else figure it out. Which is why he was so intrigued by Charlie since she did something different. I believe a lot of Hazbin Hotel kind of plays into internet culture nowadays. There's so much gotcha and exposing. Someone always has to feel like their way is the right way. And you know what? There's no such thing as that. We all gotta realize we're all absolute shitheads. We all absolutely suck and hate each other because of it. We're so wrapped up in our own little fantasies that it's so hard to find people we relate to because we believed we're so damaged. But you know what? I may sound stupid and naive, but you can still kind of build trust. It's just, are other people willing to give it to you? Opening up to others can set you free. And because we all live in a shitty place and everyone is in despair, but at least we can say we're not alone. And where despair lies, hope always shines. And this is where Charlie comes in. Despite her being a really bad character, she really brings out what's best within people. And it doesn't even need to be positive. Maybe just understanding your negatives is enough to make you better. Her methods alone may be isolating, but she got friends that can throw their hands into the pot and reach those that she cannot reach alone. And take that from me, who is kind of a loser. A dork who don't know anything, but is willing to try. And I hope you all are willing to do the same. This has been Tara, and I hope you've enjoyed. Till next time, let's revel in being losers